In this episode, I'm going to show you how to loop a chapter on YouTube. Yeah, chapters, you can actually loop them. I'm going to show you a couple other features that you might not have known existed on YouTube either. So I'll demonstrate how to loop chapters both on the laptop and on a mobile device. I'm going to show you some great uses for playback controls and shortcuts, and also some additional features you get if you have YouTube Premium that you might want to know about. So let's dive right in. Okay, to start out, we're going to talk about playback speed controls and a lot of shortcuts that I regularly use, and I'm going to show you real use cases of when they could help and when they're not as helpful. So a couple examples here. This is Luke from the Outdoor Boys, or we've got this guy, I guess his name's David. I follow him, I just don't remember his name, but David from David Rule channel. They both talk pretty fast. So a lot of times I will speed up content if I want to get through it quicker if people talk slower. Now, I'm a slower talker, so I'll demonstrate one of my videos, but I'll show you on these guys. These guys talk pretty fast. So if I were to speed Luke, well, let me show you regular speed.
Luke here with the Outdoor Boys YouTube channel, and welcome to Alaska.
All right, so now let me come in here to playback speed, and I'll turn that up to 2. You can go as high as 4, which I don't use that very often, but if I hit 2 there and then I hit play,
me and my boys are going to be dropped off by and camp here for the next 3 days. We're going to be fishing for dolly varley trout and Arctic grayling.
Now, because I'm watching this channel for entertainment, speeding up like that kind of defeats the purpose, but a channel that's more of a tutorial or something, I would speed it up, and I often do that. So coming back to me, I think 2x is a little bit too fast. I'll demonstrate that. If I go to 2 times and I hit play here.
Differ from traditional SEO. I used to do all of the traditional SEO work. This is going back 12 years ago. We did all the metadata.
Now, to me, I can still follow that. It sounds a little bit more digital. It might be annoying if I were watching a video and it sounded like that. So maybe if I slow it down to 1.5 or 1.75, let's try 1.5.
The tags, the blog commenting, the link wheels. We were laser focused on getting a specific web page ranked at the top.
That actually sounds pretty close to normal voice, and yet it's sped up 50%. So depending on who you're watching on YouTube, now you know how to use those controls. You can speed it up to 4 times, or you can actually slow it down as well if you want to watch something slower. Now, some other controls that I use a lot, and let's come back here to Outdoor Boys. If I go full screen, if I hit my space bar,
hiking, pack rafting, and exploring the
it works as the play or the pause button. So you don't have to worry about using your mouse or your trackpad to find that play button or tapping in the middle of the screen, but that works as well. But you can use your space bar. Then you can use your arrow keys to advance or to rewind. So if I want to go forward 5 seconds, now in this case, you'll notice, look, it's jumping ahead 10 seconds at a time. It says over on the right side, it says 5 seconds, but if you look at the timestamp below, it says 10, and that's because I still have the speed at 2x. So let me slow that down to normal. And now when I hit forward, you'll see the timestamps are advancing by 5 seconds each time I click that arrow, and the same thing when I rewind. But if I want to have extra control, you can also use J, K, and L. So J is left or rewind, and L is advance. K is like the space bar, so you can use K to play and pause. And if I hit L, it advances 10 seconds at a time, or J. So just remember, J, K, and L is the shortcut. Okay, so now I've got the same video brought up on my phone. This is Luke from the Outdoor Boys. And how do I advance here? I don't have J, K, and L, or I don't have the arrow keys. All right, so if I turn the phone like this, and I'll have the screen displayed up here as well, I'll hit play. But if I tap the right side, it skips ahead 10 seconds. Or if I want to rewind, I can go back 10 seconds. So and I can tap a whole bunch and it will skip ahead. It just keeps 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. So it's pretty cool. I use that feature a lot. Okay, so now let's talk about how to loop a chapter. Luke's video, he doesn't use chapters in here. They're not as important on a vlog, but on a how-to video, like the video I made here, I've got chapters in here. So how do you loop a chapter? Well, on a laptop, I'll demonstrate that. You'll see the chapter that I'm on, it's actually listed right there. And if I skip ahead to this chapter, this changes. So if I click on that, it actually shows me all my chapters in this menu over here on the side. And notice this little circular arrow thing. So if I click that,
is getting 50 times more views
and I'll pause that video, now it has a dot in there. It's going to play this chapter that starts at 107, and the next chapter starts at 207. So it's about a 1-minute chapter, and after the end of the minute, it will just start that chapter over, and it will keep looping that chapter unless you unclick that part. Now you may have noticed something else, this little arrow here, like why does each chapter have its own share link? And all it is a timestamp. So it's not a separate URL, it's the same URL just at a different timestamp. So if there is a specific part of the video that you want to send to somebody, you can come here, you can click share, and then you can check this right here that says start at 107. Or another way of doing it is you can go right to the specific chapter that you want and then click that link, and watch when I click that, you'll see right here it's got the time is at 2:45. So now let me demonstrate how to loop a chapter on an iPhone. So the same way, but with chapters, the chapter appears above it. So as I scrub along, you'll see the chapter right there, and if I click on it, it actually brings up the chapters next to me. And what's interesting here is I notice the thumbnails that it's showing is the same thumbnail for the entire video. That's strange. Usually that doesn't happen. But you'll see the little loop symbol right there. So if I click on it, now there's a dot that appears in the middle, and now this chapter would play on repeat, just keep looping over and over until I turn it off again. So now I'll keep my iPhone in hand, and I want to talk about some YouTube Premium features that are pretty helpful. YouTube Premium isn't that expensive. I think I pay like 13 bucks a month. So I'll explain what the features are that can help you decide whether you want YouTube Premium or not. In fact, let me go back to my home screen. So if I go to home, there's an Outdoor Boys video, and you'll see the 3 dots on the right. So if I click on those 3 dots, you'll see download video. That option doesn't appear unless you have YouTube Premium. So that means that if I'm flying on an airplane and I'm not connected to Wi-Fi, I mean, typically I have Wi-Fi these days, but they don't allow you to stream videos on their Wi-Fi. So before a flight, if they don't have in-flight entertainment like on Delta, if I'm flying something else like Breeze Airways or something, I'll typically download several videos, and this is how you do it. So then you can watch YouTube even if you don't have Wi-Fi. Now, another feature that's actually great for more podcast type episodes, and we'll just pretend that Luke is a podcast. So if I hit play, if I close my phone, the audio is still playing, right? So that's a feature of YouTube Premium. So it allows you to kind of listen in the background even if you don't have YouTube on the front screen or if you turn your phone off. And the last reason, which I think is the biggest reason why you would pay for YouTube Premium, is I never see ads. Now, creators that are depending on ad revenue, they actually get a portion of the cost that you're paying. So they actually get more money if you pay for premium than if you have ads and they get paid for those ads. The advertiser pays a certain amount for that advertising, and a small piece of it goes to the creator of that video. Well, in the same way, if I'm paying for YouTube Premium, a small piece of that YouTube Premium payment goes to the creator of the videos that I watch. So I've had YouTube Premium, or they used to have a different name by it, but I've had it for many years. And so my experience on YouTube is different than most. I never see ads. It's wonderful. So if you found those features helpful, you'll probably want to know how to set up chapters, and there's a right way and a wrong way of doing it. So I'll link to another episode right there. It's how to set up chapters on YouTube. You'll learn what they're for, what makes a chapter helpful, and your video will perform better because of it. So go watch that episode next.